Hey guys, it's your girl Black Girl Minimalism. I am doing a read from inside the home today. I thought it would be convenient and just be able to get the message out. Today, you guys are only getting one message. I apologize. I'll be back tomorrow with two messages. But I wanted to start out today's read with kind of similar to what I did yesterday and talk about a word for today. So today I was listening to a podcast. It's Keep It Positive, Sweetie by Crystal Hazlett, and her guest was Pastor Mike Jr. And so I wanted to start by saying that he posed this question while he was talking, and he said, "Where do you want to live? What is your ecosystem?" This questioning was derived from Pastor Mike Jr. The purpose is in what you do. Um, the purpose is in what do you want your purpose to look like. So get a visual picture and just think about it for a few moments as to what you want your purpose to look like. And then consider these things. Consider your health. Consider how you present yourself physically, what you put on your body. Is it a clear picture of who you are as a person and a demonstration of what you want to put out in the world? What's the environment that you can connect with for your gift? And then who is there to support you? Your community. And that is what you want to think about when you develop an entirety of a particular ecosystem, is all of these things make up and compartmentalize the individuality of creating a foundation. And we talked about foundation yesterday. So he also mentioned that if for those of you that are on your walk, and if you're not, just consider this. The moment you get saved could be anything. It could be giving your life to Christ or just saved from life in general. You get serious about that moment. That's when people stop calling. And this is why the ecosystem is important, because you want to make sure that the foundation is tied into the things that you need to alleviate what you might be missing at some point where you don't have the physical form of people around. If that's the case, you're not fun anymore is a blessing, meaning that the fact of being necessary in your change or being okay with that change is ultimately a blessing because it's moving you towards a greater purpose. And then the last thing that I wanted to say after I go into the definition of the ecosystem in more context is take audio. Take your audio, which is like, say this is a particular audio and this reference is something you're working on, okay? To a person who can be your EQ. So like your quality assurance to your life. Okay, they can contribute balance and they keep it positive, sweetie. And that's where it was bringing forward in regards to their talk. I wanted to kind of leave you guys with some points that I was able to take with me from the interview and then also kind of tie it into where we're going into. The last thing being is the ecosystem, right? The ecosystem is a community where living organisms, plants, animals, microbes interact with each other and their non-living surroundings. These are the elements: air, water, soil, sunlight, right? Forming a self-sustaining system of energy flow. Everything is a flow. And nutrient cycling, ranging from tide pools to vast forests or oceans, right? This is a landscape of things. Key components are biotic. These are living factors, and abiotic, non-living factors, right? Interconnected through energy transfer, right? Every time that you interact with something, it's an energy transfer. Be conscious of that and think about whether or not it's worth the investment of response, right? Like sun to plants and material cycles, crucial for Earth's life support. In the same way, it's the life support for you, right? So what are the components to your ecosystem? Look for the signs that our loved ones are leaving and sending. So I definitely want to go ahead and move forward into this read. Today I'm going to actually switch up the number from 12 to 7. And 7 is God's number. So I want to just be quite quick about the response that he's putting out here. The death card. This is something that's cycling out at this time. He also has an exam that is present and maybe didn't do so well on the exam. Maybe not paying attention as well, which is okay, right? This is why we're taking inventory of our ecosystem. The next thing that come up is a 5 of Wands. I see this as a communicative, fiery energy of communication. Maybe having a conversation between friends as well. Okay, so the have fun card came up, right? But we have a couple more. So let me let me let me shuffle it. It's asking you to have fun at this time, okay? The next thing to come up is the Five of Swords. And this is between Elton and Cher. It's a lightning bolt of something, of some sort, interaction wise. The Hierophant, this has to do with teaching. And maybe teaching as it pertains to money, as it pertains to love and activities. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to choose 2 more cards. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. This is having choices that you're presented with, but maybe not too interested in at this time. And then you have the King of Cups. All right, so this is the gym scene. I think this is when Ty is introduced. So I'm going to read this one. And what's facing up is our Seven of Swords. We didn't read this the other day, so let me read that one first. Ace. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, someone is playing a trick on you. So this has to do with, trickery energy, or maybe just not being aware. This is probably where it talked about the Death card in regards to paying attention to your surroundings. They might think it's funny, but it sometimes crosses a line. Like Cher did during Summer's game of Suck and Blow, you need to let people know what they tried to pull was not okay. So it's utilizing your voice. People can be such jerks sometimes, and I think this came up last week twice in a read, and it's talking about somebody mistreating you, and that's all right that they mistreated you, but you need to utilize your voice. The next thing to come up is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is this card here. And this is showing the new kid around. Might seem like a lame part of the job, but it says a lot about the inner soul and stuff, right? It says a lot about your character. Let the King of Cups inspire your logic as a direct route to emotional control. This card reminds you to let your rational self lead the way for a bit. So you're in the directive of leading at this moment, and you have the key to do so. You have the keys, as I share with you, in the ecosystem. You have all the elements that you can consider that are going to put you in the right space, in the right people, with the right support. So make sure that you look into that when you're looking for answers and heading in a new direction. It's obvious that you're heading in a new direction. And then the last thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to pick from my new deck. I literally just got it yesterday, so I'm not too sure as to how to read into it. I'll just pick one card facing up. The Mother Nim Mashur. And, oh, hold on one second. Thanks, guys. Mother Nim Mashur. Okay. Okay, this is number 2. How do I find it? Oh gosh, guys, bear with me. Speak. Okay, this is her, but okay, I just. All right, sorry guys, bear with me. Mother Nim Shore. Oh my goodness.
No table of contents in the front.
This book is confusing. I'm sure it is, but I don't know how they. I was looking for the card number, but it's not any order to. Okay, guys, I might pass on this because I might have to learn
Where things are located.
Yeah, where things are located. I don't want to waste the time. All right, so this one is the Mother Nim Nashor. Let's just take a look at the actual representation of the card. All right, so it's here, but it's here, but I don't see an explanation for it. But as you can see, she looks like someone who's like taking a good look at something and the symbolism of a particular stone. It's blue. And then also at the same time, she has something in hand, the feather. Feather is useful for protection, right? So maybe considering protection at this time. And then she does have something in front of her, which ultimately looks like a perfume bottle. What you think?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a perfume bottle. So maybe the use of fragrance or something that creates a level of foundation for you. Certain smells create a level of foundation for you. And let me look up the color blue and what that represents. So, blue symbolizes tranquility, trust, loyalty, and stability in many cultures, often linked to the sky and the sea, representing peace, wisdom, and divine connection. But it can also signify sadness or mourning. But it has, it has a multiple meanings, and its protection in the Middle East to divinity in India. So I do see this as some sort of Middle Eastern representation here. So maybe just going towards the level of dedication, responsibility, trust, and bravery. Maybe asking you to take a closer eye at things, and looking into places or things that represent serenity, calm, and spirituality for you. All right. So I hope that you guys received this message. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.